All right, so move on to the next segment. I'll be sharing my fight summary on the fight that took place last night in the co-main event of UFC 320 between Merab and Cory Sandhagen. So in the co-main event of UFC 320, we saw Merab defeat Cory Sandhagen by unanimous decision to successfully retain his bantamweight championship in the co-main event of UFC 320. So my thoughts on the fight that we seen take place last night. Man, I will tell you guys, Merab is an animal. He is a beast in that octagon. And he manhandled Cory Sandhagen in that championship fight last night. I scored the fight 49-45 in favor of Merab. I think 2 out of the 3 judges had that scored 49-45 for him last night as well. But Cory Sandhagen, I will give him his credit because he looked good striking and gave it to Merab in the first round. That's the only round that I gave Cory Sandhagen in this fight. He was giving it to Merab. It looked like his striking was going to be a problem for Merab as the fight carried on. But after the first round, Merab made the key adjustments. Him and his trainers and his corner made the right adjustments. Merab in the second round exploded. He nearly scored the knockout victory with the striking. He landed a total of 33 significant strikes in the second round with eight takedowns in the second round. This man erupted in the second round. But again, this is the style that Merab possesses makes him a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC today. The cardiovascular endurance, he is in better. His cardio, and I stand by this. He's in better shape than anybody in the UFC roster right now, man or woman, hands down. His cardiovascular endurance is incredible. The relentless offense. He doesn't have knockout power, but his relentless striking abilities. He's a great wrestler, a great grappler, and the takedowns was too much for Cory Sandhagen last night as well. He piled up he already holds the record for the most takedowns landed in UFC history, but he even broke another record, scoring 20 takedowns in a UFC fight. That's a UFC record that was shattered last night. I mean, Merab, this guy he's just a different breed, guys. I don't know if anybody is going to take this bantamweight title from him. But man, this guy is on one of, if not the greatest run in UFC bantamweight history. I mean, what can you guys say? I mean, again, the cardiovascular endurance. This man does not get tired. The relentless offense that he possesses in that octagon. He does not get tired in between rounds. He'll keep going like the damn fight just started. I mean, with the striking, the wrestling, the takedowns, the control time. How the hell are you supposed to defeat this guy? And he's showing no signs of slowing down at all right now. And he's fighting the best that the bantamweight division has to offer. I love this guy. But again, those things have made Merab unstoppable in the UFC right now. And he's having a great run at the bantamweight division. Like I just said a few moments ago, this is, in my opinion, actually, I will stand by this. This is the greatest bantamweight run that we've seen in UFC history. And it's helped him become a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC today. This victory against Cory Sandhagen, in my opinion, has earned Merab the right to be called 2025 Male Fighter of the Year, hands down, because he's had 3 impressive bantamweight title defenses and 3 spectacular ways. I mean, against Umar earlier in the calendar year, 2025 this year, he had to dig down deep, overcame some adversity, won a close fight, in my opinion, against Umar. I scored that fight 3 rounds to 2 in Merab earlier this year. Then he came back during the summertime, fought Sean O'Malley. If you guys thought the first time Merab defeating Sean O'Malley was a belt-to-ass performance, the second time was even worse, and became the first man in Sean O'Malley's MMA career to make Sean O'Malley submit in the octagon. So he made the second fight look even more easier against Sean O'Malley. Then just had a spectacular performance against Cory Sandhagen. Again, a 49-45 performance. That's 3 of the best bantamweight fighters that the UFC has to offer right now, other than Merab. So if you're going to say anybody else deserves to be named 2025 Male Fighter of the Year, I strongly disagree with you. Merab has had one hell of a year, 3 great successful title defenses, doing it in 3 spectacular ways. But to close out the segment, what's next for Merab? I'm curious to see what route Merab goes in next. I mean, I think he's an incredible fighter. Again, I think he's a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC today. He's on an incredible 14-fight winning streak. And hands down, he will be crowned 2025 Male Fighter of the Year. If he's not, then the system is rigged, because he's had 3 great, successful title defenses at the bantamweight division this year, and he's cleaned out this division. I think he has earned the right to be named the greatest bantamweight fighter in UFC history. I mean, the names that he's defeated since being at this division, he's defeated Jose Aldo, Henry, Peter Yan, Umar, Sean O'Malley twice, and now Cory Sandhagen add him to the list. Possibly we could see a rematch against Peter Yan next. Merab, I think, voiced his opinion about wanting to fight Peter Yan after his victory against Cory Sandhagen. I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch, but I think Merab gets past him. But if we get that next, that's fine. But eventually, I think we're going to have to see Merab move up to the featherweight division. It's a hard cut for him at 135 at this point. I don't know how the hell he rehydrates and is fine fight night, because he looks like a skeleton cutting the weight at this point. But as I digress, I'd like to see Merab become a 2-division world champion at featherweight. I think there's a lot of interesting fights for him at the featherweight division whenever he decides to move up, because the move up is going to happen eventually. But I am excited to see what's next for this guy. I mean, he has won me over the years. An exciting talent, a fan favorite. A lot of fans love this guy. I mean, he's everything that you want in an MMA fighter in terms of excitement, in terms of a grappler, striker. He's not a finisher, but he's somebody that can keep you glued to the TV, glued to watching 5 championship caliber rounds out of an elite talent like Merab. He deserves his flowers and his credit, but I'm curious to see what's next for him. But that is my fight summary on the fight that took place last night between Merab and Cory Sandhagen.